Don't want to miss out on tonight.
What's up, guys? Welcome, everyone. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. Sorry, I'm in the car. I'm getting home. I'm not the speaker today. Don't worry. I know you guys are tired of listening to me, so don't worry. I'm not the speaker. I'm introducing the speaker. Uh, so, guys, we have translation. Tenemos traducción. Acuérdense que lo que quieran escuchar en español, tienen que apretar el botón y hay traducción en español. Van a poderlo ver en español. Así que vamos a esperar un minutito. Let's wait for a minute, like 9:05, to give time to everyone to get in. And in the meanwhile, if you guys can tell me where you guys are from, that would be great. I want to see where you guys are from. You guys know one. You guys not ready for the today calls. You guys are not ready, and I have a surprise for you guys at the end. So I hope you guys stay until the end because I have a surprise, and I won't say it until the end. Okay, already got home. Let's wait one more minute and then we can start. Let me see what we are. Let me see what we got here. We got Mexico, Peru. Let me see what else we have. Peru, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Ecuador, Ohio, Houston, Colombia, Malaysia. Oh my God, Bolivia, Choco. I don't know where Choco is from, but first time hearing that one. Arizona. Let me see. No, a lot of people from DR, Panama. Let me see what else. Venezuela, Wisconsin. We got people from everywhere. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and start. I don't want to take too much time from this speaker tonight because I think she's great. She's gonna kill it. But before I introduce you guys, I wanna tell you guys a little story because I know this person for a while, and she's one of the first one to start doing We Do. And I remember, I think it was a couple months ago. She was going all over, trying to figure out what to do, trying to figure out how to get her business to work. Trying to like most of us, trying to figure out what's going on. How can we make our business work? How can we get to the next level? How can we improve, right? And sometimes we think that we have to find something new to make our business work. We have to think of, I don't know, maybe look at new things that are going on out there, new ways to do the business. We get distracted by all these things. We see somebody growing somewhere and we think that's the way to go. Or we see somebody doing something and we think, okay, you know what, I'm not growing because that's the thing that I'm not doing, and that's the thing that I should be doing. When in reality is it's not it's not that. It's not that. Sometimes what we're missing is the basic stuff. And I think this is one of the things that this person realized. She did her mind shift. Her mind completely changed. I remember she reached out to George, asking him, hey, like this is what's going on with my business. What do you recommend? What do you think I can do? What do you think that I should change? And I know what George told him. It was, you have to get back to basics. You have to get back to getting results. You have to get back to actually taking care of yourself first, and then the business will come. The business will start growing. The business will start moving. And I think that's the biggest mind shift that she did. Like all of us, and it's not an excuse. Sometimes we get caught up with so many things. We get caught up with everything that is going on. We even let our results go, and we start not looking like a coach, and we start not attracting people because we let our results go for whatever reason. I know we all have a life, we have kids, we have this, we have that, and sometimes it's reality. But she realized that when I think George told her, and she realized, and she made a freaking insane change, guys. Let me tell you, I've been seeing her on Instagram posting, like doing story like crazy. Her results, she just showed me. She saw the last results that she got. Let me tell you, this girl can compete right now. She's on freaking fire. So I don't want to take time from her. We have, by the way, at the end, I have a surprise for you guys. So you guys don't want to miss it. And stay tuned because I'm going to announce something that you guys are going to love. Okay. So don't leave. But without further ado, or whatever it is, I want to introduce you guys, President's Team member, 1 million lifetime achievement, Angelica Galaviz. Hopefully, I messed that last name up. Good.
No, perfect. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What's up, y'all? Super excited to be here with you guys tonight. I do have a presentation because I want you guys to see like where I was at, what he's talking about, especially if you don't follow me on Instagram already. But you know, I want you to be ready with pens, papers, be present, okay? Because not only am I going to sit here and talk to you guys, I'm going to give you the shifts, I'm going to give you some of the habits that I created, some of the actions that I took, y'all. I'm gonna give you assignments, okay? Because I love to leave a call with some action steps and that I can like work through and figure out on my own of how I can create, you know, what the speaker created. All right. So y'all, let me share my screen really quickly. All right, you guys. So my name's Angelica Galaviz. I'm from Phoenix, Arizona, President's Team. Oh, my screen's not sharing. Hold on a minute. Technical difficulties. Okay. Here we go. All right. So I'm from Phoenix, Arizona. Like Octavio said, I'm a President's Team member, 1 million Lifetime Achievement Award in 5.5 years. And I'm actually super close to my 2 million Lifetime Achievement Award. My goal is by Extravaganza next year. So we're going to hit that. And I've been in the company now 11 years, y'all. And like Octavio said, like we can definitely go through phases in our business where we think, what do I got to do? What am I changing? You know, but we're not really paying attention to what is going on. And let me show you what I mean.
This is so embarrassing. I was before myself, making my workouts like if I have time instead of no, this is what I'm doing and I'm adjusting my day around it. Oh, if I have time to meal prep. No, I'm making it a priority to meal prep because I care enough about myself to feel good, to look good. And once I started doing that with accountability, results came.
Lord, baby Jesus, y'all. Let me just tell you, like those results, you know, and I'm someone that prides myself in getting results because at the end of the day, like the way that you're going to build your business, because you're so confident when you have results, right? And like nobody can mess with you. These challenges, these products get you results, but when you fall off of it, it's like, it hurts, right? So these are my 4.5 month results, you know, when like Octavia said, 4.5 months ago, I saw like, what was going on. I saw the videos, I wasn't feeling good, and I really had to start thinking like, why do I feel this way? I'm looking at photos, I don't want to post them, right? And you know, write this down. Self-awareness is everything. It's going to be the key in your business, right? Because I had to look at myself and say like, why am I doing this? Why is these results like this? What am I doing wrong? What am I, all the things. And finally, I did reach out to one of my mentors and I was like, look, I need some help. Can you help guide me? Showed me all the things. And one thing he said to me was, look, you need to get badass results again, right? Like get so sexy, you feel so good, nobody can mess with you. And I, when I really reflected in my business and moving up to President's Team, top 1% of the company, getting up to making $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, right? That's what I was doing. That's all I was doing. I was getting badass results. And guess what? Like people were attracted to me. I didn't have to go send out these messages. And not that we don't have to do that, right? Create the engagement, but I didn't have to like try to find people and come on, get started with me. Because even if I send a message looking like this now, and I send a message looking how I did on the photo on the left, right, which was May 25th, then it's two different types of energy that's being sent out, right? Like, because when I feel excited, I know you're going to get started with me. What do you mean you don't want to get started? Do you see these results? Like, that's a different energy than like, I hope they didn't see my photo. I haven't posted in a few days because I'm not really feeling confident, or I'm wearing clothes to cover don't lie, cover up my body. And y'all know we can do it, right? You just got to buy the right outfit, the right dress, and you can cover up everything, okay? But in reality, where the mindset shift is going to come in when you say, okay, like enough is enough. what is really going on, and start taking those photos, right? I had to, instead of like, I used to think like, oh, if I have time to go to the gym. No, 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 no. The shift needs to be that the gym is my priority and I get paid to get epic results, right? So, if you have a pen and paper, I want you to take notes and put mindset shift, okay? And on one side, what you can write out on there is like, what is your mindset right now? Is to why you can't get results, why you can't go to the gym, why you're not eating super clean, right? Whether, one thing I hear a lot is like, oh, because my kids, I can't make something different than what my kids make. Yes, you can. I do all the time. And my daughter eats this chicken and rice too, and ground turkey and rice, right? So mindset shift, right? Your excuses essentially is what it is. And we got to shift those excuses to a different type of perspective. And you got to give yourself, your mindset, like a different way of saying things, right? So forget this. I don't have time to go to the gym, right? Instead, saying, I get paid to go to the gym. Do you see the shift? It's very different, right? It's the same, it's changing something, a reason why not, and allowing yourself to be an excuse to know what's going to benefit you if you go to that gym, right? And then here's another one, you guys, and I'm guilty of this too. And the reason why I can say these things, because this is what I went through before, and that I was focused on the business. I was focused on, I was opening up a new location, all these things happening, right? But really the foundation of our business is going to come from our results. And one of the things that was focused on was, oh my gosh, mom guilt. I'm on calls, I have to go, I'm going to go to the gym, like, oh, mom guilt, right? So instead, what I said was, instead of like, oh, I'm not spending time with her, focusing on that, I shifted the perspective to, I'm doing this for her, right? Because the more results I get, the more money I make, the more my business grows, right? Especially if you're looking to qualify VIP for different events, qualify for vacations and things like that, right? Then it's going to be like enrolling them, your kids, into what is your vision and why you're going. So me going to the gym right now as a mom is going to get me more results, babe. And what that's going to do is more results equals more people inspired by me, which means then I can qualify for the vacation so I can take you on that vacation. Oh, okay. Do you see how that's like totally different, right? So, so there's that. And here's a big one, y'all. Here's a big one. And we like to be in denial, so we don't even look. But I hate my body. I don't like the way I look or feel right now. Do you think that with that type of mindset, you're going to want to go to the gym and work on your body if you hate your body? Like, no, sis, like, you know what? Give me the ice cream. I already hate it, right? Like, it's like a negative energy that you're putting out there into the space. So the shift would be, you know what? I love my body and I want to take care of my body. And the way that I do that is by going to the gym and feeding myself healthy foods, right? So it's shifting that. So you got to shift it. It's the shifting the belief behind the behavior, shifting the belief behind the behavior. Okay. So if I go to the gym, I get epic results. I make more money. Now, how many y'all, if I told you guys, if I told you guys, if you were to get abs, you'd make $5,000. Would you do it? Drop in the comments. Like, I want you to be honest. Drop a 5 if you would. Be honest. Would you do it? If I told you, if you got abs, you'll make $5,000 a month. I'm seeing a lot of 5s, right? Or what if I say, if you get abs, you'll make 10 grand. That's a different way of looking at it than like, oh, I got to get abs because I got to get results because I got to go to the gym. Right? Like, you're motivated to do that. So the belief behind whatever behavior you need to take is what's going to make the difference. It's the way that you view that. Okay. And here's the next thing. True behavior changes when you've changed the identity behind it. So what do I mean by that? Okay. So something I did because I really needed a big shift in my mindset. Okay. I've gotten some epic results. By 1 year postpartum, I had abs, like, okay, done, but I really needed the money. So my mindset then was, okay, especially in fourth quarter, you guys, like my mindset then was, all right, I need to get more results because it equals more money. That's what it was. And so if I eat this food, then that means less results. That means less money. That's how I viewed it. Okay. And that helped me, you guys, stay on track. All right. Like, abs by 1 year postpartum. So this time, what I decided to do, and I'm not saying for you to do this, What I want you to take from it is like, okay, how can I apply that concept to myself, right? And maybe in a different form, okay? I went into the mindset, you know what? I'm going to prep for a bikini show. I'm going to get a coach, okay? And so if I'm a bikini competitor, what is the mindset of a bikini competitor? They do X, Y, Z, right? And so and when I go out to eat, does a bikini competitor bring their food, or do they eat whatever the heck they want when they go out to eat? What do? They bring their food, right? You see them everywhere, right? It's a lot. It's the next level, right? But that's what I had to do to help start shifting my mindset. I gave myself the identity that I'm a bikini competitor. And so if I'm a bikini competitor, well, wellness now, because your girl got glutes and legs. Okay, coach said. But the mindset is like, okay, do bikini competitors, they are wellness competitors, do they go to the gym when they're supposed to? Do they follow the plan to the T? Yes, right? And here's the thing that I think. I'm a winner and I finish what I say I'm going to do. What do winners do? If you're a winner, what do winners do? Winners complete things, winners finish things. Okay. And the reason why this is more powerful, and I'm sharing this even with you now, and these are my results now, is because I did this before thinking already about the fourth quarter and building my business. Okay. I'm so very clear that all my actions that I take are there to help me build my business, to grow my check, to take me to the next level, to attract more people to me, right? I don't have to do as much talking if I got the results to show. I mean, yeah, I actually write this down. I always say the person that talks the most on social media is the one that's going to make the most money. Because if you're sharing a lot, right, then people are involved in what you're doing and sharing my journey on social media. Okay. So I want you to write down we already have your mindset, right? Here's your beliefs, your excuses. On the other side, after the call, you can work on like, how can you shift that into a way that's going to support you? Okay. Yeah, there we go. Thank you, Tracy. 41 days to the fourth quarter. All right. And then I want you to write, who do I wish to become? Who do I wish to become? All right, because then that's how you're going to reference yourself every day. If you're somebody who's becoming somebody who, is an athlete, and what do athletes do? Athletes work out every day, right? Whether it be cardio, some type of active rest, 5 days a week, maybe working training, right? So who do you want to become? Here's what I did in the business to get to Prez Team. I said, okay, I want to become a Prez Team member. What does a Prez Team member do and how do they show up? Now we're talking business, right? Prez Team members, they go to every training. They don't miss, right? We got Future Prez Team coming up. Prez Team members bring people with them. Prez Team members are taking notes at the front. Prez Team members have the most epic results, right? Prez Team members are sharing their journey, right? Prez Team members are inspiring people, leading other people, empowering other people. Do you see what I'm saying? Right? Maybe for you, you're like, Angelica, like, I don't even see Prez Team, yet. Maybe I see somebody, maybe Meal Team, right? Somebody making $10,000 a month. Okay, great. So how does someone who's making $10,000 show up? And so anytime you get to go do something, you can say like, how would I show the person, whoever you want to become, whatever it is, right? You say before going anywhere, how does that person show up? And okay, if you're like, okay, I can't even identify that yet, right? I'm going to give you what I did in the beginning, right? When it came to business, I used to always say, what would George and Disney do? Because I didn't have those habits, you guys. I come from the hood. Your girl comes from a broke family. Like we were on food stamps, You know what I knew to do? I knew to return everything to be able to make more money in my household, right? Like what can I sell? What can I return? I didn't know how to think like an entrepreneur. I didn't know how to dress like an entrepreneur, right? Like, let me tell you, curse words flipping out my mouth, okay, all over the place, right? Like different stuff like that, Even in your house, and we're going to talk about environment later, but like even in your household, you can even think, okay, if George and Disney came, if whatever person that you admire, right? At that time, it was George and Disney, and what they were doing is what helped me. Now it may be, future husband, if he was to show up, right? We just getting real here, okay? And, what would this look like, right? And the reason why you do this is because it's going to help you start to build those habits. And once you've done those habits enough, or like these action things, right? We're going to go over habits next. Then it just becomes like, it's just normal for you. You just automatically do it. It's on autopilot, right? And you no longer have to focus on it like that anymore. And so that's what we're doing. Okay. So, so then who do I wish to become? And what things did that type of person do? If I'm that type of person, then I, X, Y, Z, I follow my meal plan. I send out my messages. I do my engagement every day, right? I share on social media. You want to be, look, if you want to be, having 100,000 followers, 200,000 followers, I mean, gosh, if you're 100, you want to get to 10,000 followers, you got to think like you want to be like the influencers that have that type of followers. Okay, well then how do you show up though? How do influencers show up? What type of content do influencers create? Make sense? Top-notch quality, right? They're always posting, right? I mean, I can't say all of them are authentic, I like to pride myself on that part. But okay, so we went over mindset, the shifts, okay, mindset shifts. I took notes here, so okay. Excuses to empowering perspective. Okay, the first step in change is awareness. All right, so now we're gonna go into like habits that I created. I'm gonna share with you guys some of mine, but my invitation to you is like you can write some of these down, but really you're gonna need to reflect on what habits do you get to create. Okay. So, and habits can start because you're motivated, but you stick with them because it becomes part of your identity, like we just talked about, right? So some of the habits, and you can also get clear on some of the bad habits that you need to kick. To me, pen to paper is everything, like taking the time to write this out. All right. So we already talked about that a habit's a behavior that is repeated and becomes automatic. Okay. So I want you to write this down. And you guys, I'm going to give you some books at the end too, because I love to give you the things that I read that helped me learn this stuff and achieve this stuff during these past 4.5 months. So I will, and you're going to leave space and you're going to write behavior at time and location. Okay. So I will behavior at, and you'll fill this in for other things later, but this is what it should look like at what time and what location. Okay. So one of the habits and part of me doing, my bikini prep and what my coach gave me, shout out to my coach, she's on the call. And it was certain workouts, right? 5 workouts a week. I was doing cardio every single day, right? Keeping my body, active rest. I mean, working out, which is, I've had an active rest day, which means I'm doing cardio, but I'm not lifting. We thought about that, okay? Because I used to be like so obsessed with like, I have to lift weights. And he made me take 2 rest days at the end, right? And I'm like, at Saturday and Sundays are my rest days. And it was so hard for me, you guys, at first, because I was like, when I do something, I get obsessed with it and I want to go all in, so it was hard for me for take those rest days. Okay. So the behavior that I wanted to create was going to the gym Monday through Friday. Okay. And I have a 7-year-old, and yes, I do this full time from home, but let me tell you, you can get caught up in so many things. Okay. And I had to do weights and I incorporated cardio. Okay. So my cardio session at what time? And I played with this. I had to figure out what was going to work for me. And I found that best cardio was done best in the morning time, like 6 a.m., between 5:30 and 6 a.m. So now I know exactly what time I'm doing the behavior and where. Yeah, I don't play. Okay. I always think about like, how can I make this easier for myself so I don't have to think and question things? About a treadmill and put it in my house. What's funny is like I saw Disney post one time like about putting buy a treadmill. It's like $200, and it is, and put it in your house if you can't fit it, or like a bike, right? A cycle bike, something like that. Because it makes it easier for you, and then you don't have to. You have less excuses that I have to drive to the gym or I have to do this, that. Like you got to find ways to create habits that are going to have less excuses, and so that's what I did. Okay, and so even if yours is going to the gym, but you got to get clear on exactly when you are doing this habit. Okay. Otherwise, if you're not clear, especially you guys doing this business part-time, and you're working the business in the pockets every day, and we got to focus on results, and we got to, get new clients, and you got to follow up and all these things. When you can get super, super clear on when it is you're doing these actions, you will be able to remove headspace, mind space from it, right? Because you already know when you're doing it instead of trying to make all these decisions. Okay. Yeah, there's only 3 sides, guys. And I'm just want you to see my results. Okay. So that as I speak this, you're like, well, that's what she got. So there's the proof, right? Okay. So for y'all, the habits you want to create in working out, okay, you got to figure out exactly when. Did you know that your mind can only make so many decisions, good decisions a day? And you don't want to have to waste it on, you already got, like, especially if y'all have kids, y'all know we make, oh my gosh, we got to tell them the decisions, they got to make all the things, you know? So you got to know exactly when your schedule is, okay? And for something to become a habit, it's got to be the same time, the repetition, right? Repetition, all right? So one of mine also was meal prepping. I told you before, I stopped like meal prepping like super hardcore. No, now it's Sundays. Your girl goes to Costco, Sam's Club, and I'm prepping my chicken and my ground turkey. And then on Wednesdays, I'm re-prepping again. Okay, so I'm very, very clear on what I'm doing. Okay, next, and this is for you guys. I want you guys to write this down, please, because it is so important. You got to figure out your morning routine and your nighttime routine. Morning routine and nighttime routine. Don't take that for granted, okay? You're like, oh yeah, I mean, shake T-tabs in the morning, right? But then what next? One of the habits that I created during this, okay, it was that doing personal development in the morning. What am I listening to? How am I fueling my mind for the day? Negative is natural, positive is on purpose. All right. So my morning routine, very, very clear. And you guys, I'm just going to let you know, like I played with this for a while. I went months where like, or weeks, I should say, with my coach, like back and forth, like, oh, this worked, this didn't work, this worked, this didn't work, which part of my actions is accountability, right? We'll get into that. But I had to get clear. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, I did this for the past 3 days. This did not feel good. This didn't work. You know, I even tried to work out after my daughter got out of school. And I was like, okay, I'm going to take her after school so she can go and play and I can work all day. It didn't work. My energy was less. I didn't feel as excited. I felt like rushed and like a lot of things, you know, the gym was really packed. Do you hear all these things that are going on? Because I'm like, see, that gave me a feeling. And I'm like, no, this is not a habit I want to create. Okay, so let me go back to, let's switch it. What if I dropped off my daughter? And right from dropping her off, I go straight to the gym, have my pre-workout with me, have my CR7 BCAAs during my workout drink. And then I tried that for a little bit and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is fire, right? And what I noticed is by doing that, my mind started thinking of business stuff and I would get excited and then I would start sharing on social media and stuff. And I'm like, ooh, what I'm noticing here is that it's creating, I'm getting creative here, right? So you really got to play with like, how are you starting your day? And what is, you know, when are you working out? And then now what's your nighttime routine? Successful people know they live boring lives, you guys. We do the same things every day, the same stuff, right? And there's a routine. You got to become predictable. Okay. Let's see. The other habit that I started creating, which helped me a lot, y'all, was taking photos. And that was, I mean, in the actions that we're going to talk about accountability, but I got a coach. Because I'm like, I need a coach who has epic results right now for me to take my body to the next level. So I need that accountability where I don't even want to like, if I like am off and have a bad meal and I know I feel bloated, all these things, like I'm like embarrassed to send my photo, right? So what I started doing was taking photos every Saturday morning. Saturday morning, I would wake up, I'd put the same swimsuit on, I'd take my photos, okay, I would track my weight and I would send that over. That became a habit for me. I no longer even think about it, I just do it. Okay. Something else I started doing, it was weighing out my food. Because if you are eating, some days you're eating this, some days you're eating that, some days you're over here, some days you eat out, some days we're having pasta, some days we're having bread, right? Like your meal plan is your meal plan, but I'm just telling you, right? For maximum results, you're probably going to want to stick with roughly the same things, at least, you know, every 21-day challenge, you know, stick with that, see what happens to your body, see how you look, how you feel. That's exactly what I did. I had to test things, you know, and I learned that, you know, maybe too much white rice isn't the best for me. Now I switched to some red potatoes, but I wouldn't know that if I wasn't consistently eating the same things, right? I hope this is making sense for some of you guys. Okay. So those are some, so those are some of the habits that I started to create, right? When it comes to like nutrition next level results, right? And then sharing, and then actions. And by the way, we want to leave time for Q&A. So if you guys do have questions, but I'm really going hard on this stuff, y'all, because it's stuff that's actually missed, you know, in building your business and getting those epic results. And the foundation of you feeling good, right? You know, to get clients to go out there and recruit is going to be how you feel from the inside out. and what we're feeding ourselves. So now some of the actions that I took, you already know, okay, I had to get accountability. So shout out to my coach. Okay. I got with Steven. I'm like, okay, yeah, I need this. I need the accountability. I need that next level, y'all. And so I got that, right? Now, maybe for you, it's not hiring a coach. Okay. And honestly, in my opinion, I feel like in the beginning, like you don't need to do that. Okay. Like, have you followed the plan consistently for even like 60 days, 90 days? Even like I did my postpartum journey after having my daughter, I did the exact same nutrition plan for 9 months, the same workout routine for 9 months. Okay. Like that's how consistent I was. And to see how my body adapted throughout that. Okay. But I needed the accountability. Okay. So maybe for you, it's our 21-day coaches challenge. Okay. Like, so then you start taking your photos, the before and the after. But if that's not enough, you got to be real, right? We talked about self-awareness in the beginning. You got to be real with yourself. If you are not as excited in getting these results like next level in these coaches challenge, okay, then what is it going to take for you? Do you need to send your photos to somebody? Maybe you need to post them on social media so everybody can see. Maybe right now we all got to stand up and jump up and down so you can feel those jiggles. Do we got to do that so we can be real, right? Maybe for you, it's going in the mirror, taking the photo, really look naked, what's going on. Y'all, this is real talk, okay? Like, because let me tell you, when you start feeling good, all of a sudden, the new bras are going to start coming out, the new underwear. Okay, you're like, oh, I went from a medium to a small, you know, like all this, but you got to create a self-awareness and be real, y'all, with, you know, what is it gonna, what do you need to do to hold yourself accountable? Maybe it's a group of 5. I'm just giving you guys some ideas. Okay. So that way, maybe you're like, oh yeah, I don't want to hire a coach, right? I don't want to prep for a show. I'm not saying to do that. What I'm saying is figure out what's best for you. Maybe 5 of you guys get together, each of you put in $100 and you say, okay, 60-day challenge. Okay, but maybe it's a smaller group and you guys have to post your photos inside there every single week. How many of you would do it? Seriously. If you had to share every week what you look like in a bikini, maybe you need to get the thong bikini. All right. We need to move out of them shorts and them t-shirts and put on that thong. Okay. Like I'm just saying, y'all, summer bodies are made in the winter. Okay. Like how serious are you in building your business? Because, you know, like we said, results. Okay. So accountability. Okay. Next thing. All right. I just keep it real. Okay. Next thing. All right. Yeah, we calling everybody out today. Okay. Like I said, do not, yeah, we ain't coming around here unless we're ready to be, you know, next level. Okay. We're here to evolve. You're on this call because you want more, you want growth, you want to make more money, right? So next thing is letting those people know around you what your goal is. So for me, like it was so easy to say, I'm prepping for a show. I'm prepping for a show. Yep. I'm prepping for a show, prepping for a show. You know, somebody said to me like, oh my gosh, like, you're really going to bring your food? Yes, the fuck I am. Yes, the heck I am. Excuse my language. Yes, I brought my food. And guess what's going to happen? I'm going to feel good when I wake up tomorrow morning and you're going to feel like crap. And you're probably going to look bloated and swollen and all these things, right? And you guys, for 4.5 months, I think my coach gave me like 1 treat meal. 1, okay? Like it was rough, okay? It was rough, but I followed the plan. I followed the plan. For 4.5 months, I didn't have anything. Some of you guys are having treat meals every single week and we got like 40 pounds to lose and the treat meal ends up into a treat day. You see what I'm saying? Okay. So I let everybody know around me so they can hold me accountable. And here, get this, including my daughter. By the way, my daughter will call me out. Should we like, no, are you eating that, mom? Are you eating, do I need to put that in the trash? That's part of my action steps. We clean out the pantry too. We clean out the pantry. And nothing, if there's something in the pantry that I feel tempted to eat, it's got to go. It's got to go, right? Here's why. Even if your kids love it, okay? Because if it's tempting for you, you're more than likely going to go and get it. And guess what? What did we say in the beginning? You eat that means less results, that means less money. That's how you think about it, okay? We have a 4th quarter mindset where we're all in, we're ready to go, all right? So I told my daughter as well, okay, that my results and I'm doing a show. And guess what? Now she's holding me accountable to the show. Okay. She's like, well, when are you stepping on stage, mom? Mel's already been on stage. When are you stepping on stage? Yes, sis. Yes. I know. Do you have your heels? Like, should be like, you guys enroll your kids into what you're doing. And you know what? Like, I'm super 100, right? Like, I share with my daughter too, like, hey, some of these cereals are not good. Like what it is, I'm real with her, and she'll be like, oh, we don't eat Kellogg cereal. We don't do that, right? Because it's got whatever, you know? So, but I'm real with her. I share with her. And so she knows she's enrolled into the goals, into the vision too. Okay. Analyze. So going back, get rid of stuff that's not supporting your goals. If you have temptations, and that includes also not going to places that create temptations for you, where you know you don't have that strong will right now and you'll give in. Stop taking yourself into those places. All right. Analyze your environment. Does it support my goals? Yes or no? Here's actually what I want you to write down. Okay. Here's what I want you to write down. Okay. On a piece of paper, wherever, my vision. So my vision. And then down below, right? Whatever thing you're thinking in your head, wherever you're going to go, whatever you're going to do, whatever action you're going to take, XYZ, does this support this vision? That's how you can, like, for anything, right? Me going to this restaurant right now to go celebrate somebody's birthday party, does this support the vision I have for myself of getting to 20% body fat, of getting more clients, of qualifying for things? Okay, you literally can ask yourself that for anything and then be like, oh, yes or no. And it helps you shift, okay? I then selected some books that helped empower me to get my mindset right. Because one thing I know is when we're eating bad, we don't have that accountability yet. We don't have that consistency. We don't have that discipline. We're probably also not feeding our mind something, right? So I read this book in the very beginning of my journey and I decided to reread it. You see all my pink notes through it. It's called You're a Badass. You're a Badass. And this, oh, yeah. And she's so real and so funny in the book too. Like, it hits home. So that's book number 1. The second book, and I have it right here, is Atomic Habits. I'll show you guys. Atomic Habits. And then the third, okay, was, is it called Winners by Tim Grover? Tim Grover books. Relentless, or I forget the Winners book that he has, but he has 2 books. And I read those and because, you know, I love when he talked about like a cleaner. I love when he shares about Kobe or Michael Jordan, because they're the best of the best, right? In basketball. Okay. We're not going to debate who's better. Okay. We're not going there because your girl don't even know anyways. Okay. But we are going to say that they're the best of the best, right? So I love to hear the mindset that they had. I love to hear the way that they did things, the way that they showed up. And I would be like, you know what? I identify with that. Like, I'm like Kobe. Like, I'm like Kobe. That's right. I'm elite athlete, right? I mean, I get paid like them yet. Okay, but I'm like that. So it helped me start to also focus my mindset on who I was becoming, that like we talked about in the very beginning, okay, with the mindset. The last book, right? Tim Grover. Tim Grover. He has 2 books. Okay. All right. We talked about accountability already. Okay. I really highly recommend getting a group and posting your photos weekly. Okay. Next is the action I took was getting a very clear meal plan. The first book. Okay. So the first book was You Are a Badass. That was the first. Yeah. Thank you, love. Okay. And then, get clear on your meal plan, you guys. If you want results like this, you want next level results, your meal plan can't be all over the place. You can't be eating one thing one day, the next day something different, because, oh my God, I just can't do it. I just can't like follow the same meal plan. Look, if I told you you're going to make $10,000, would you do it? Yes. So do it with your mindset on it. Okay. Like, yes, you can. The more you say you can't do something, the more you say you don't want to do something, the more you put all those excuses, it ain't serving you. Okay. And we're stuck here, you know, going into the 4th quarter, like average people right now. Okay. Gaining weight, wanting to eat all the pies and stuff like that. Y'all, they're going to be there next year. Okay. Let's get you some bomb results and make some more money. All right. So getting a clear meal plan. Okay. And you guys, if you have not followed the meal plan in the We Do Transformation app, it lays it out. And if you're newer, like 2 shakes, 2 snacks, 1 healthy meal, like stick to the same foods for the 21-day challenge and then show everybody your results from the 21-day challenge. But guess what this does? When you know the meal plan, it takes out It cuts your grocery list down. It takes out the guessing. What do I need to buy? Do I want to create this kind of meal? No, like in my house, it's very, very simple. I ain't trying to make all these decisions in my meal plan. Okay. I'm using that for my business, right? Talking to clients, working with their excuses sometimes, right? Like we don't need to do that for myself. Okay. We need to remove as many decision makings as we can. Okay. Actions. Your nighttime routine, does it include, where you're putting your clothes and your shoes so you can wake up in the morning and go work out? One of the other actions I took was I got rid of a lot of clothes that I didn't love because they're holding on to energy. That's not me. That was the old version of me. That was the Get Team member me, right? That was the Get 2.5 member of me. I've had this clothes for no, we ain't doing that, okay? How does the 30K Angelica showing up right now? Okay, and I there's some fitness influencers I do love to follow, right, for their bodies for vision. And so I'm like, oh, they're trying a new brand, right? So I bought a couple of these shorts of this new brand and I felt like that's right. I'm like, now do you hear the mindset in when I'm purchasing this though? Because I don't believe you should just go out and buy gym clothes so that way you can be motivated. Okay. No, it's because, no, this is who I am, right? This is who I'm becoming, right? Those are two different mindsets. If you're trying to motivate yourself by buying the clothes, that's why you keep buying stuff and you're not really getting anywhere with it. You're still not getting the results, right? You just got a bunch of clothes, okay, that you still look fat in. Okay. I could say that because that was me. That was me. All right. I'm still putting on the clothes, girl, okay, stop, enough. Right. So I did this. And so now the new mindset shift, and mind you, this was after months of already getting into the routines and stuff. And so I started doing that and I felt different. I felt better. I felt like the higher version of myself. So I eliminated, and by the way, not just clothes, but old things around me. I even had to eliminate and remove some people. Okay. Because your environment is going to support you in your vision and in your goals. I don't know if y'all heard that, okay? I didn't just mean clothes. I'm talking about people too. People that don't make you feel good, people that don't empower you, people that don't, and they don't have to physically even say something, but who they're being around you, do you feel like, oh yeah, we ready to go. We're going to take it there, right? If you don't, and the drag, because it's also affecting your vision of you the best. Okay, we can't have those people. You're going to attract new friends who are at that level. When you start elevating higher and you start looking and holding standards for yourself and having that discipline and having that consistency, watch the type of clients, the type of business partners that you start to attract. Y'all, my newest distributor converted to distributor. The next day hit senior consultant. She had 2 challengers, right? Boom. Her mindset, I'm like, yes, honey, I could, my slang, F with you, okay? We can hang out, okay, right? You my girl, okay? I try not to cuss. All right, so getting rid of and eliminating things, people, whatever it is, right? And something else that you can just share even with family, right? Because we can't necessarily eliminate them, is that look, right now I'm in business building mode. So that's why you're on the call, right? Or right now I'm in a 90-day challenge. Don't just say 21 day because then afterwards oh my God, let's go eat whatever. No, we don't do that. We don't do that. Okay. So that, let's see. I got very, very clear in my workout routine. We're not bouncing around. And I was guilty of this too, right? Doing this workout, doing that workout, adding workouts, adding this, no, you guys, and guess what? In the WeDo app, especially as a coach, the best thing you can do is go to the WeDo Transformations app and do the workout and use that as your base. Okay. And I was very when I started building my journey, you always hear me talk about in the very beginning, I did workouts from home. Why? Because then people know that you can start with workouts from home and progress, right? Because everything that you share is going to be the vision for somebody else's journey as well. All right. So how cool would it be for you to utilize the tool that is right there for you? Right. So the workouts from home, and sometimes I'll record those workout videos as well. All right. Showing people that you're using that. Oh, dang girl, how'd you build that booty? Oh, I did the workout in the WeDo Transformations app. You see what I'm saying? You want to be able to reference, everything's intentional. Everything you do has got to be intentional and be tied back to the business. So how can you tie back what you're doing to the WeDo Transformations app? Girl, how did you know what proteins to eat? Oh, girl, when you a coach, you got all your resources, literally gives you a list of the proteins to eat. Right? You see what I'm saying? Okay. We talked about morning routine. We talked about nighttime routine. To help me with my mom guilt, I actually looked for a gym that Phoenix liked. Because when I knew she was having fun at the gym, and she liked it and enjoyed it, then it made me feel better about taking my full 2 hours. Okay. There. All right. You know what I'm saying? And then I can go back later if I wanted to, right? So but I would have mom guilt because I'd be like, oh, Phoenix doesn't like the workout place, or Phoenix doesn't whatever, so it is a priority for me to make sure that my daughter likes the environments that she's at as well. So I found that gym, and now she loves it. They have a bouncy house and everything. And so now she's good. I'm like, we're ready to go to the gym. She's like, oh yeah, mom, let's go. Oh, mom, we going to the gym today? Because I want to go in the bouncy house. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, and you guys, like, and even if it costs more, because it does cost more, right? Especially at this gym. All right. And I pay more to get the cold plunge and all this stuff. But it's not that I'm paying more, it's an investment. We have to switch our mindset in the way that we think about this. Just like when you pay for it to join the challenges, it's an investment, right? Having even multiple gym memberships. Maybe there's one you like to go to solo and there's one you like to go to with your kids. Okay, great. It's an investment. And guess what? More people get to see your results and see you show up consistently. I already made some friends. I already pitched the business to 2 of these guys. And I have another guy that actually just did a show that I'm going to pitch the business to, because I know he's a personal trainer not making that much money because he works at EOS. You know what I'm saying? So it's an investment. Okay, so picking a gym that my daughter likes. All right. Next is create a vision board for yourself. Your business goals, y'all. What do you want to create in the next year? And then what do you want to create in the next 5 years? Like, you making this $10,000, what does that mean? Have you, like, spend it in your mind? Like, what are you going to spend 10 grand on when you make it? And that's going to make you so excited to do it. And then get pictures of those things. If, like, for all my ladies, right? If you're brand new and you're like, girl, I would just love to get the microblading on my eyebrows. Okay, y'all know that's like $600. Okay, so put the picture of the microblading. Okay, even get the person who's going to do your microblading. Okay, put her picture up there too. Yes, sis, I'm going to go with her. All right. You see what I'm saying? And then, like, maybe it's a car, whatever it is, and if you do a picture of like your body goals, make sure you add your photo to it. Okay. So you really can really see yourself there. All right. And then yeah, we talked about the foods. Okay. At the end of the day, guys, is I'm not focused on like the end goal right now. I'm just focused on every day doing my habits. I'm focused on following the meal plan. I'm focused on sharing my journey with people, right? We're here to talk about like what's a mindset shift, how to get these epic results. Like, I'm not focused like, when are these abs going to come? Is it going to take da-da-da? I just showed you guys, this is 4.5 months, y'all. This is 4.5 months and 1 treat meal, following the plan to the T for 4.5 months. Coach gave me 1 treat meal. Okay. 1, I think it was like a burger. All right. But I sure did eat all that. But not focus like, oh my gosh, is this going to happen? Am I getting the clients right now? But they're not coming. We can't focus on that. We're in 4th quarter right now, right? People are watching you. There may not be everybody reaching out or may not be saying yes right now, right? But that doesn't mean you stop getting the results, right? 4.5 months ago, in 1 month in, if I said, oh my gosh, I'm not getting all these clients, I'm going to quit. No, right now, 4.5 months later, because I just was consistent, I'm detached from the end goal, okay, that now people are messaging me. Okay, I have 2 people who are getting ready to get started. I did not message them. They messaged me. I'm attracting. Okay, but you can see all this energy in this. I mean, look at this body, right? So that's what I have for you guys. And just remember, you guys, I really hope you take on doing the work that we talked about, because that's going to help you get super, super clear as well. And then I would love to open it up to a Q&A. And let me stop share here. Okay, so if you guys have any questions, I'm not sure if there is any in the chat. Hopefully you guys got a lot of value from this. This supports you in 4th quarter.
Hey, you've got 2 questions. So the first is, how do you recruit new clients? When in your day, do you make time for it? Is it through IG mostly or in person? That's one question.
Okay. So, so for me, I do use Instagram, and I never believe that somebody only uses Instagram or they only do in person, right? Because when I go out there and I meet people, right? Like, just for example, we traveled to Amplify. And on my way back, I want to make sure I'm getting people and adding them to my Instagram, and so they can see my journey. So I actually I was in this city. I looked for a city that had no nutrition clubs. And I went into a Starbucks. This lady had great energy. I added her to my social media. Now, I didn't even pitch her like, oh my God, you got to get on the products or you got to do the business. Nothing like that. I'm just adding her to my social media and building a relationship, and she's going to see what I do. But I know my intention is getting contacts so people can see my social media and what I do. Do you see what I'm saying? So you never want to just do social media by itself. Why not go out there and meet people? Because when you meet people, you can get their energy. So how do you get that contact, right? So how did I get this lady's contact at Starbucks? Okay. All I said was, oh my God, girl, like, I love your energy. Let's connect. I love to connect with people. And she was like, yeah, like, here's my Instagram. Right. And then I planted a seed with her and I'm like, yeah, girl, like, I don't know. Like, I seen that we like to open these nutrition clubs or they're healthy. And I didn't see any spaces out there like that include that. She's like, oh my God, that would be great out here. Right. I'm not saying she's opening one. I'm not saying any of that stuff. I'm just sharing with her my vision. So it's important that you have a vision for yourself. But I'm just adding people to my Instagram. I met these 3 girls inside of In-N-Out. We were talking about, I was complaining about my lashes so big because I don't really like do the fake lashes, you know? But we were talking about that in there. I was like, girl, you know what? I love your energy. Like, I love to network with people. Like, what's your Instagram? Let's connect on social media. And so we connected, right? Doesn't mean they're going to get started right there, but I'm just constantly adding people, right? And they met me in person. They know, you know, who I am. And I do use social media, and you document your journey on social media. If you took the things, if you got off this call today and you shared all the tips that you learned from this call, people will be like, wow, like, you're tuning into stuff, you're learning something. And then you start to share your journey, right? Here's my day 1, share your results from every 21-day challenge and take them through every day of the challenge. You would begin to attract people. And we engage with people by, you know, hey, oh my God, girl, I love it. Oh my, it's the holidays right now. Like, what are you doing for the holidays? What do you, anything that you do with the kids, you know, you're just basically building relationships on social media. Okay. Now that I have these results, I could just probably DM somebody, hey girl, do you know of anybody, you know, looking to get some results? And I have 21-day challenges, you know, here's my results that I have right now. Do you see what I'm saying? So those are a couple different ways. And how do I schedule time throughout my day? Well, just like we talked about earlier, we said, what is the behavior that I want to create in social media business? You got to get super clear. Now I do this full time. So I spend actually kind of like all day on social media, answering, engaging, talking with people. My intention right now is to create a reel every single day to have the engagement on my page, right? And they can see me, you know, so consistency on there. But, you know, just I'm doing that whenever throughout the day. Okay. And then when I'm talking to people, it's kind of like, okay, my daughter's at school. I go work out and then I come home, check on my social media. Okay. And then boom, I'm back. I got to eat. And then I got to do biz works, reports, things like that. Okay. So it honestly doesn't matter when I do it. You need to figure out what's going to work for you. Okay. Because what if I told you, if you want to do 20,000 documented volume points, you need to be on social media all day long. Okay. Messaging, talking, like, you're like, Angelica, that's not realistic for me. I know. So I want you to find what's realistic for you. Okay. And figure out like, okay, how, if I want to do this part-time, what am I willing to commit to this business to work it every single day? 30 minutes, an hour, right? And then what you can do is at the end of 90 days, say, I've been working my business every day for 1 hour, and here's the results I've gotten, right? Just like I said, following a meal plan, and here's the results you've gotten. And then you analyze, you know what, that wasn't enough. You know what, I need to do more. I want to do more, right? But nobody has the exact formula. It's going to be different for everybody. Because why? We come from different backgrounds. We possess different skills. We have different results. We have different personalities, right? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, there's many factors that play a part into this. So commit to something for yourself. What's the behavior you want to create, time and location, and then start tracking the results from it and commit to it for 90 days, and then go back and reflect. This worked, why or why not? I do that with my clients. After a 21-day challenge ends, I said, okay, what worked and what didn't work? And then they say, well, this didn't work, Okay, and this did work, and I feel like this is a habit already. Great. Now, next challenge, we're going to now focus on the things that did not work for you. And here's how we're going to do that. Do you see what I'm saying? I hope that supports you. Okay.
That's
What was the
awesome.
next question, Lauren?
Thank you so much. Well, we've got to move over to Octavio so that he can do his announcement. But I want to make sure that we definitely thank you for absolutely everything. This was fire. I know I took some things, dropped the books in here for everybody in the chat so that they have that. Thank you so much for all the notes. Hopefully everybody was paying attention and they had that pen and paper. So this was super fire. Thank you so much. Look at that. Look
Bro,
at that.
let me
Got
tell you,
Octavio with the
I don't.
notes.
I'll be honest. I'm not a one to always take notes. Like I hate taking notes because I can focus on what you're saying. Or it's hard for me. But I actually took notes this time. Let me tell you, you killed it. Like thank you for
Yeah.
doing this. And and if people have more questions, please feel free to send her a message on Telegram. I'm sure she'll be more than happy to answer. And I just want to piggyback a little bit before I even get into the surprise I guess we have, because you talked about a lot about changing your behaviors, changing your mindset, and I know you talked about habits, new habits, and that's great. And what a lot of people don't realize, they're probably sitting there is like, okay, yeah, she talked about all this to creating habits, but how do I do that habits? How do I create some habits? And the reality is, to create habits, you need consistency. And the reality is, all you've been doing is consistency. It's the biggest thing. And on top of that, you can go a step further. How do you create consistency? Because I don't know if you guys have talked to George or Disney, especially Disney. She's always been the biggest one on consistency. You have to have consistency. You have to have consistency. And I'm always like, I try to be next to them as much as I can. And I realize, like, bro, how can you be consistent so long? And what I realized, and this is the secret, if you guys want a secret and you want to know the secret to George and Disney, is that they got obsessed. If you get obsessed with something, it'll help you stay consistent. And if you stay consistent, eventually you're going to create these habits. But you have to be obsessed. And just listening to you, it's like you fall in love with your business all over again. It's like you want to grow your business again. It's like you're probably talking the same way of the business when you started back then. I don't know what, like 10 years ago, 9 years, I don't know how many years, but you probably sound similar to back then because you were so in love with the business, so like, I don't know, empowered by the business, that you were consistent, that you were obsessed, and you created all those habits that got you to pressings. But sometimes we forget, and we're human. It happens. It really does. Like sometimes I let myself go. Not an excuse. I shouldn't, but sometimes life happens, shit happens, literally. But I just wanted to piggyback on that part because I know a lot of people are like, oh, now I know now I got to create habits, but how do I start? Well, you have to start with consistency, and you have to love what you do. You have to get freaking like insane with what you do so you can have enough, so you can create those habits to be able to do everything that you want to accomplish. So thank you again. You killed it. I really appreciate everything you did. I mean, this call was fire. We had over 500 people. I don't think I have seen 500 people in a while. So thank you again. But now, guys, let's get into the surprise, because I know you're probably like, oh, man, get to the point already. I want to go to sleep. I want to go. I want to go already. So, guys, I know a lot of you guys have been asking for an event, right? I know you guys are asking, okay, when are we going to have the next event? When are we going to have this? And I know George touched on this a while ago. So for you guys, on the 7th, we're going to have a virtual event. And Lauren or Carlos is probably gonna put the flyer. We're going to have a virtual event. It's going to be a 4 hours event, guys. And let me tell you, the name says it. Like, I can go over many things, and I want to keep a lot of the things surprise for the event. But while we were going over, me, George, Edgar, what name should we have for this event? What should we call it? What should we, it has to be something nice, something powerful. And we realized, you know what? What do we all want? We want 2025 to get here already so we can get our business to the next level. We want to create that vision that 2025 is going to be the year for everyone. 2025 is going to reset. It doesn't matter what you did back then. It doesn't matter if your business is not growing now. It doesn't matter. 2025 is going to change everything. But if you don't do the work, it's not going to change. So just like Angelica was saying, you want to start now, because a lot of people, I know at the end of the year, especially for people that do social media, people, they're not flying to you saying, oh, I want to lose weight, oh, I want to get in shape. No, because most of the times those people are waiting for the beginning of the year. So now is the time that you want to be the most consistent as possible, because people are looking at you. And guess what? When they eat the last meal of the year, what do you think they're going to say? You know what? New Year resolution. What's the New Year resolution? I want to get in shape, or I want to get a new job. And guess what? you can do both. I can help you with getting in shape. I can help you with getting a business, not even a job. I can help you get your own business and make money and finally get out of your job. Finally have time for your kids. Finally do whatever you want and get to travel like you always wanted. So, guys, let me tell you, this event, we're going to announce so many new things. I don't want to give it away, but let me tell you this. We have a new update for the app. We can't tell you too much, but we have a new update for the app that is going to make your life 10 times easier. It's going to make you work 10 times harder, 10 times better, and it's going to make your downlines work 10 times better. And on top of that, you know what? You might be able to check what your downlines are doing, or maybe not. Maybe you'll be able to see if they're working or they're not working. You know what? I don't want to say too much because I think I gave it away. Maybe something happens to the calendar. I don't know. There's so many things. I don't know. Lauren, what do you think? What else should we give them? I don't know. There might be. I don't know. There might be not a retreat. I don't want to say a retreat. There might be a trip. I don't know. There might be something. I'm just saying. You guys want to be in this event, and guess what? It's free. You don't have to pay anything. You're just gonna connect. It's free for everyone. Anyone can connect. This is a free event, and we're gonna announce so many new things. We're gonna announce, actually, if you guys like working out, dancing, things like that, we got something new for you guys. Let me tell you, we have so many new things. Guys, we've been quiet, but not because we haven't been working. We've been working like crazy. So we have shed a lot of stuff for you guys. That's the best thing. That's the best way I can describe it. Shed a lot of things for you guys.
That's one way to say it. Or you could say that unless you're a We Do Transformations coach with We Do Transformations challengers, you will not have access to these exclusive workouts.
Oh,
you will not have access to these exclusive trainings. You will not, like, they're not offered anywhere else. They're built and created for We Do Transformations only.
Yes.
That's
guys,
it.
This is for you guys. This is like, let me tell you, there is no excuse. We have everything here. You know, you plug this We Do to anything you're doing. You know, you plug it to your nutrition club. You plug it to your fit camps. You plug it to your social media. Guys, this could make a difference for you guys. And you guys don't have to worry about anything. We're the ones, me and Lauren, we going crazy here, doing so many things. We on call every day. We go crazy for you guys. Because I know if you guys grow, my people will grow. So this is a symbiotic relationship. I want you guys, all of you guys, to grow because it'll help my people. If my people see you growing, what do you think is going to happen? They're going to get excited. They're going to get inspired, and they're going to want to do the same thing. So if we all grow, everybody grows. So guys, I don't want to take any more time, but let me tell you, we're going to start throwing some hints on social media, on our We Do page of the event. We might show a couple things here, a couple things over there. You don't want to miss you want to check. Let's just say you want to check the We Do page every day because we might have some surprise for you guys. So I don't know if you have anything else, Lauren. If you don't have anything else, I think it's been a great call. Angelica, you freaking kill it. I
don't think there was a better setup. Like Angelica literally spoke about for 45 minutes her vision, how she did it, her mindset change, everything she's doing, which just rolls us right in to literally the 2025 vision. That is our event. We didn't tell her the name. She had no idea.
No.
She prepared her own presentation and she aligned with everything that we're doing with We Do Transformations and our next steps to be able to take our coaches into 2025 the right way. So, I mean, look, yeah, Octavio said we're putting a lot of work in, right? Clearly, our leaders within We Do are putting a lot of work in as well. They're aligned with our progress. They're aligned with our direction. So if you would like to be aligned, if you would like to participate, if you would like to know what's happening before everybody else knows, this is the event to join. So, I mean, you know, if you had plans, break them. Because if there's a value to this, trust me, it's not free. You all know how I am. That is not the price point I wanted here.
Like it's a 4-hour event, guys. It's going to be a Saturday. It'll be from 12 to 4. Look, whatever plan you have, whatever you do, I don't know, do a potluck at your house. I don't care, but don't miss the call. You don't want to miss the
shake
call.
Party.
Shake party, yeah, whatever you want, but don't miss the call because it might get so crazy that our Zoom won't even hold that many people. So you definitely want to connect. First, I want to give you guys tips. It's free, but I'm sure once we start promoting this, everybody's going to want to connect anywhere. So I don't want you guys to stay outside. So guys, thank you so much. Thank you again, Angelica, and have a great night, guys. And I'll see you for the next one. We have a special guest for the next one. We're going to show you guys later. Maybe one of the surprises who's going to be on the call next week. So bye, guys.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Angelica.